Hey everyone, it's Chris here from Better Music, and today we're going to be looking at the new Arturia AudioFuse audio interface. Now, for anyone who's been keeping their finger on the music technology pulse, you'd notice two things. One, this has been rumoured for a fair while, and the second thing is that Arturia aren't really known for doing audio interfaces. They're primarily, I reviewed their amazing Matrix Brute the other week, and they're known for synthesizers and keyboard controllers. So this is a new venture for them. Subsequently, it's taken a while to get here. So opening it up, nice magnetic box. Grab it out, and here it is. Heavy, made of aluminium. Has a lid, which is cool. And this, apparently it's orange, but it comes in various colours, by the way. This one, well, it would fit in perfectly with the kitchen we had when I was a kid, but I'm sure it'll fit in other places too. I like it a lot, actually. This is apparently real leather. It's not fake leather, it's real leather. And you open it up, it's not, and there it is. It's even got like a rubber seal around here, so you know, I suspect, don't try this at home, but I suspect it would survive a small spill in the studio. Or if you've got a game of handball, it'd easily cop a tennis ball in the studio without knocking the phantom power on and to ruin your very expensive ribbon mic. Now, looking at the thing, we've got lots of knobs and sliders. As opposed to almost every other interface that's in this kind of price range, Arturia have gone for dedicated knobs and buttons for every function rather than one big knob with multiple functions. On our front panel here, we have two mic, line or instrument inputs. We've got two headphone inputs on both 1/4 inch and mini jack, which is also awesome, so no more of those pesky adapters, which also have a button here where you can have two people listening to two different things at the same time. So that's really good. You know, if you've got a couple of people that you're recording, that you want to have one person can have one cue mix and one person can have another cue mix. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's literally they've fitted the most amount of knobs and buttons and holes on an interface of this size that I've ever really seen. Yeah, it's very cool. We've got 48 volt phantom, a phase invert. We've got gain knobs for individual gain knobs for both channels. That part's quite different. That's quite different from most other interfaces. Then when we look on the back here, that's where it starts to get really interesting. We've got a USB hub, which is cool. I'm always running out of spots to put those little USB sticks and eye locks and dongles, so this is perfect. We've got a phono in, and we've got inserts on both channels, and the phono in actually has a ground, so it's a proper phono preamp. So you can plug a turntable in. We've got speaker A, speaker B, and we've got another pair of line inputs, and we've also got 8 out in and out, so you can add another 8 pre's and another 8 outputs. Also, we've got SPDIF in and out, and MIDI in and out on little tiny mini jacks, and the adapters come in the box. It's very, very full featured. Another really cool thing that you won't see, well, it's not evident just by looking at it, but I didn't read about it. My man Tristan in it, the Arturia distributor, told me. Hey Tristan. And this is quite unique. You know, it's like basically these outputs can be configured to be a reamp, guitar reamp. So we could use, for instance, we could use our speaker B output, rather than outputting line level, we can set it to outputting instrument level, so we can go into an amp, mic up an amp, and then record it again with one of these awesome pre's, which brings me on to the awesome pre's. These preamps come with, I'll just leave that there like that, their own individual chart. Like, so they've been tested individually, so you can look at this little chart here. Look at that, flat as. And this is for this particular unit, and every single one of those has been tested. And this one, it's looking right within spec, looking awesome. 76 dB of gain, 0.2 dB of gain, 76.1 on the second mic pre. If you're a stickler for details, that's this particular serial number. Another really cool thing, it works with everything. I don't think there's anything it doesn't work with. So it works with Mac, PC, Windows PC. It works with Linux. Yep, Linux, for you Linux people out there, because there's not that many that work with Linux, especially with this amount of features. It also works with iPad, Android, and I don't think there's anything else, but I have got a piece of paper that I'm sitting on that has the... Yep, all of those. I got them all. Oh, while I'm looking at this, there is one other really cool feature that basically we can power this baby. We can power it off USB with this mini USB, so you can plug it straight into your laptop or your desktop computer, and it'll power. We can also power it with DC with a power adapter, but I don't know if anyone's been doing, found with when you're powering things with USB, if you're in a laptop or whatever, it runs your battery down very quickly. So in this unit, you can turn off particular features. So, for instance, you could turn off 2 of the outputs. And this is all done within software. You can turn off 2 outputs. You can turn off the pre's. So you can run it in literally a low power mode, which saves heaps of batteries. And once again, is something that's quite unique to this unit. This has been Chris here from Better Music, and this has been the Audio Fuse by Arturia. Bye.